Hey guys, and welcome! Today we got some new weekly missions in Battlefield 2042, a new reward, a new featured portal mode, and some changes to the mode Breakthrough that were just made this morning. But let's start with the new weekly missions. The reward this week is actually pretty cool, but unfortunately not many players will use it since it's a skin for the Su-57 Felon, one of the two jet planes. To unlock it, you need to resupply teammates with ammo 15 times, deal 4000 damage to enemies, and repair allied gadgets and vehicles for 500 points. I think resupplying and dealing damage should not be much of a problem, but the damage repair might be something new for most players since I barely see anyone using the repair tool. So if you don't know how to complete this, just add the repair tool gadget to your loadout, then get closer to a teammate's vehicle with it and hold the trigger to repair it. The small bar in the middle of the screen shows the health of the vehicle and the semi-circle within your crosshair the state of the repair tool. When the circle is full, a short cooldown starts and you will have to wait before you can use it again. But you can not only repair tanks or armored vehicles, but also helicopters when you are on the passenger seat. Just aim up to the roof and start the repair. If you don't aim upwards, it will be hard to find a decent spot for the tool to trigger the repair cycle. Another thing you can do to complete the mission is repairing Boris sentry gun or the robot dog ranger. All of this counts, but it has to be a vehicle or gadget of one of your teammates. If you self-repair your own tank, for example, or your own sentry turret, it won't count. In addition, you can also deal damage to enemy vehicles or even kill enemies with the tool, which will then count towards the damage mission. In Portal, the mode rotation has changed again, but this time we only got modes that were already in the game a while ago. So Free for All is back and VIP Fiesta. VIP Fiesta was available as the first featured portal mode right after the release of Battlefield 2042, and if you haven't played it back then, here's a short overview of how it works. It is based on team deathmatch, so 16 versus 16, but every team has one random VIP player that changes every few seconds or when killed. The VIP is painted red for everyone across the map and has to be defended by teammates. For every enemy VIP that is killed, your team scores a point. The first team that reaches the score limit of 15 points wins the match. In addition, your loadout changes every time you have to respawn and you have to play with different kinds of weapons and gadgets from all eras. Both modes will be available for 1 week until February 24th, so if it sounds interesting for you, be sure to try it out. In my opinion, this is one of the best featured portal modes we got so far. Why it returns now? I don't know. I hope it's only because it is so good and not because they ran out of featured modes and they will all return now. Let's see. And in addition to the weekly missions and portal rotation, we also got some changes to the mode Breakthrough this morning. You might have recognized that Breakthrough matches have been a bit one-sided during the last 2 weeks, and most of the time attackers won the match, mostly because they started into the last sector with full tickets. DICE has recognized this as well and was monitoring a lot of matches lately to try and find a better balance for the mode, with the goal to even out the odds and create a better experience for both teams, especially within the final sector. So what has changed is that the attacking team will start with a slightly adjusted ticket count on each map and will receive less new tickets per sector. So for example, on Discarded in a 128 player match, the attackers start with 750 tickets now instead of 600 like it was before, but for each captured sector they only receive 200 new tickets instead of 300. On the 64-player mode, on the other hand, attackers start with 350 tickets now instead of 400 and only receive 100 new tickets instead of 150. But the amount of tickets differs for each map and also the changes that were made. But in general, all 128-player matches start with 50 to 100 more tickets now, but there are less tickets gained with each sector. The only exception here is Kaleidoscope, where there were no changes made at all. For the most 64-player matches, the initial ticket count was reduced by 50 to 100 tickets, but here attackers also receive less tickets per sector. Exceptions are Renewal and Manifest, where the initial ticket count is still the same as before. If you want to take a look at it yourself and the exact changes that were made to all maps, you can find the link to the full post in the description below the video. And at the end, a short info from my side. I will not do any more guides or tips and tricks videos for Battlefield 2042 because I recently recognized that all those tips are used against me by enemy players. Of course, I'm just joking. I will keep up those videos. But I was just flying helicopters yesterday and no matter which server I joined, every time there was a RAO player ready to hack me. I'm not sure if my videos even have such an impact on this, but I never had this before. Still, it was nice to see players experimenting with another specialist than just Boris or Mackie, so keep it up guys, and keep up, have fun playing the game. And that's it for today. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumb up and subscribe to the channel to stay tuned for more content like this. Until then, Thanks for watching. I'm the Catwoman, and you are awesome.